Okay, welcome all. Today we are meeting the dynamic, the visionary, Mr. Ashok Rajani, who has also been the chairman of Apparel Export Promotion Council. He is going to share some important details on how apparel industry can combat these tough times as a company, how he is facing the situation and what he plans out for the coming days. Hi, sir. Welcome to Perfect Sourcing Live channel.
Good afternoon, dear.
I hope the
It's always a
lockdown is
pleasure.
treating you well.
Always a pleasure meeting you. Yeah, actually, the lockdown per se has not been very bad. I mean, I'm okay sitting at home, giving me a lot of time to do things which I never used to dream of doing. But work has been suffering a lot. That is what's primarily on the mind. Otherwise, sitting at home is not a problem.
That's true. So, sir, COVID-19, it has already changed the world, it has changed our lives. But how has it changed the apparel sector? What would you say?
Oh, it's changed the apparel sector also tremendously. Tremendously is an understatement, but it has because, as you are aware, even the international buyers are going through the same pandemic, and with that, their stores are shut. They are laying off, and they are doing a lot of things which we would have never visualized are happening. And at the same time, uh, as us, the Indian exporters, even they have to survive. I mean, they need business, they have to do something. So, normal is not going to be the same normal ever.
Okay.
Things are going to change because now healthcare, personal care is going to be paramount in everybody's life, whether it's a tailor in your factory or this, because even now when I see our driver or our domestics and the security people, I mean, I can see their concern when they call up and ask my wife, मैडम वो हमारा सैनिटाइजर खत्म हो गया और हमारा मास्क बदली करके दो and things like that. I mean, they are normally these are things which you would have to pressurize people to use, and now they are scared for themselves and their families also.
Absolutely, absolutely.
So things will change and things will improve for the better, I think.
Absolutely.
I mean, today I see in Bombay city there are peacocks on the road. Have you ever imagined that?
I saw the flamingos as well.
Yeah, flamingos and peacocks.
Oh my God, that's beautiful.
And it's amazing what we are seeing.
So what do you think? I mean, today the international retail chains are slowly opening up as the situation in Europe is settling down. Of course, US is not so much in a better position, but they will also be relaxing some norms in the coming
time. Yeah, they are also wanting to come back, and they will also come back. And like I told you, everybody, this is the business we all have been doing. So we have to find new ways of doing it and better ways of doing it. But let me tell you one thing. There was this very serious fear in the minds of people that buyers will turn rogues per se. That was the fear that they'll stop paying and so on. But most of the good buyers, I mean, see, guys who have gone bust and insolvent, there are quite a few of them, J. Crew, JCPenney.
True.
So, these guys who have gone under, that is something which happens even in normal times. But people who are dealing with the regular buyers for years together, I mean, I'll be very honest, my buyers have been sending payments to us for the goods that were shipped, but on a slow scale because their inflows had stopped.
That means they have not completely washed their hands off.
No. And as a matter of fact, I have got commitment from them that once you guys can start shipping the goods that were ordered, we will honor our commitment. But there's a request that if you can help us with some air freighting at your cost or something.
Okay.
But today air freight costs are killing you.
Skyrocketing.
How do you put it? That's what we are negotiating with them. So now we are working out. Maybe we'll share half.
I know Maharashtra is still in lockdown. So I don't think that you have been able to resume the operation so far.
No. You see, there are green zones in Maharashtra also, like Navi Mumbai, Vashi, where my factories are, where the Nhava Sheva port is. The port is working, the airport cargo is working, but
great.
There was no production. But now factories have started in those areas. with a very poor attendance, I must say, because guys have just run away.
So
And as a
migratory labor is another big challenge in front of you now.
oh my God, as a matter of fact, guys who have come to work also, first day there were about 20% of the people who had come first day. Then we grew to finally about 40%. And then suddenly the guy comes and tells me, sir, अभी वो train चालू हो गया है. All these, most of these guys want to go to Gaon.
Okay.
So now these are challenges we'll have to deal with. I don't know how, but like every state now, I'll tell you one thing, a lot of migrant labor is not going to come back, excepting the very few, because each state has realized that labor is their asset. It's not something which they wanted to get rid of, and it's a relief. These guys are out of our system,
Absolutely.
but now they've realized, so they're all going to try and use them and set up industries, set up factories, set up enterprises, malls, this, that. So these guys get occupied in those places. So what we'll have to do is go to the interior of Maharashtra. I'm talking of myself and our colleagues here, interiors of Maharashtra, and set up our production bases there. But where we have convenience of logistical management, and set up units over there and have captive labor from in and around, get the village ladies, things like that.
Okay.
But that's a long haul, that will take time. But getting back labor is not going to be easy. Because in any case now, Eid is over. After Eid, there'll be festivals. And now if at all people do come back, whoever comes back will only be just before Diwali to collect something or the other, if possible, Once they come back, then we are obliged to pay them something.
But so what about the buyer's part? I mean, when do you think that normalcy in the business would be seen? When they will start putting up orders again?
Honestly, I don't even want to hazard a guess, because it's really not possible to say, because like I told you, buyers are promising to take the goods. They are willing to take the goods. As a matter of fact, even if a buyer was to place an order on me today for 10,000 pieces of this, how do I get my fabrics? I mean, till the mills start, till the factories start, and you'll be surprised now, there are 10, 12 mills here who don't want to talk to you anymore now, because they are all busy making PPE fabrics.
Absolutely. That's the big thing now. Today,
including Alok here, which has been bought over by Reliance. Reliance is producing 2 lakh PPEs per month.
Absolutely, sir. They must be, because today, as per my latest news, Smriti Irani ji has given a statement that 4.5 lakh PPE kits are being manufactured every day in India. Last week, when the Prime Minister addressed the country, he said 2 lakhs, and within 1 week, she's saying 4.5 lakh. That means
because now everybody is getting into it, and it's not such a difficult task. The problem was procuring the fabric. True. Earlier, this fabric was imported. Then the government sat with these mill guys and worked out a formula where they've reached a level which is acceptable by international WHO standards. And based on that, these guys have achieved their landmark. So for them, this time has suddenly become a boom, because it was such a dull period, and suddenly turned into a big time for them.
Yeah, but I would say something is better than nothing, because it was a dead end.
Yeah, but tell me one thing, Dipti, how many people are going to produce these body suits and masks and all that? How many? Even I'm producing. Incidentally, I'm producing for Reliance.
Okay.
But then how many? How many of us will produce? There are 8,000 exporters in India.
Oh.
And if they are saying they're producing,
exporters as per AEPC records, it's much more than that. So.
Yeah. And now there are domestic guys also who have no work, so they are also doing the same thing.
Of course.
And let me tell you one thing, when Madam is saying 4.5 lakhs per day, out of that, Shahi Exports alone is supplying them 2 lakhs.
Oh my God. 50% of the capacity is already utilized.
And he was supplying them a month and a half before they started placing orders on others. He already had a foresight. He imported those machines and tied up with mills and his own mill and started producing.
Wow. Yes, because he's producing the fabric also, and he's into kits also. I saw.
And our senior colleagues in the trade, the bigger exporters, All are into this. So I
Kokaldas,
don't
Sports,
think,
Shadi
I don't think 4 lakhs must be made by about 8-10 of them and balance 50,000 by the rest.
I have the complete list of the manufacturers from Citra. I have got that list. So more around 180 people are already in the list. So now more have been added up. In fact, I was in
Yeah,
conversation
so
with the,
200, 300, 500, what is? But what about the other exporters? What will they do?
that is a very difficult situation for them. So that was I was coming to. So what do you see? What's coming next? If we leave aside the PP and the kits industry, because that's not a permanent solution for the apparel trade, what exactly you
No.
are going to do?
I believe I'm not privy to the exact details of this, but when they started buying these PPE suits, the government, they were paying 1,250 rupees per piece.
Absolutely.
It's already come down to some 650 or 700.
Yes.
So now it will become like a after a while you'll see a commodity,
It is already a commodity. Mask has already, it will be soon declared a commodity itself. And I have been hearing, yesterday I had a discussion with the director of NSIC. He was saying that they are coming up with a new lab, maybe in Okhla, to certify this PPE kits and masks. Why? Because there is too much of demand for it.
Yeah, government now agreed to release masks which are not medical masks for exports. So we can now all export these, what Modi ji says, that cover your face and walk. You can put your shawl around, put your scarf around, put your sari pallu around and cover your face. So those ornamental masks, the designer masks, those are now being sold.
So fashion will be the next fashion is mask.
Yeah, because that now this mask is going to become a sort of a regular feature in a lot of countries for a long while, till maybe a final injection or inoculation is found for this.
So, sir, as an entrepreneur, what will be your strategy once the lockdown completely ends and when your labor is back in the factory? How exactly you are going to?
My first point is that we will have to cut costs.
Okay.
Irrespective of what happens now going forward. I mean, having 10 merchandisers and 20 accounts assistants and this assistant and that assistant, all that will have to go. All will have to go, and the individuals who will be on the job will have to do multitasking and do a good job at that, work harder and do it. Wage bills have to be brought down, See, you cannot reduce labor charges for the tailors because there is already such a shortage that if you don't pay, I will pay, you don't pay. So that area you will not be able to tinker with. But your overhead costs you will have to reduce. And in any case, your productivity is going to be low till a vaccine is found, because you must understand that the social distancing of 1 meter, which means even in my full factory, if I had a line of 120 machines, now I can't have more than 60, 70, 80 machines.
So that is
also, and AEPC has come down with an advisory on starting up of your factory, along with the ILO guidelines and the ministry guidelines, health, home affairs, and a very detailed, I'm sure you've seen it on our website, it's a detailed of how, we all are using the biometrics to check their oxygen pressure, we are checking their temperatures, we are checking their sanitization, this, that, but all this is cost, and your production is lower. So now we have to gear up our work. Tailors
then also. The labor is also not available. Another challenge.
Yeah. So then whatever labor is there, we have to get the maximum out of them. We can't now afford to, ban gaya. Baitho 12 ghanta. And now, with the labor laws being tweaked very, very advantageously just now, overtime up to 12 hours working and things like that, we'll be able to make up some of the lost productivity.
Okay. So, what do you think that, do you think the apparel export sector has been able to get some respite like countries, because Bangladesh has got a good support from the government. What do you think about India in that aspect? Have we got some good support
First
from
of
the
all,
government?
I must tell you one thing. First of all, I must tell you this. Our finance minister talks about 20 lakh crores, and for whatever, it's actually an enigma, which I have not been able to decipher. I have absolutely not been able to decipher.
I would still like to meet the expert person who was able to decipher, no?
Sorry?
I would still like to meet somebody who was able to, find out what actually the package has been
I mean,
made.
it's like so many crossed wires, and she repeats and explains to you, but nothing goes down the head. Nothing goes down. I
Hmm.
mean, it's surprising. And actually, the government has let the garment industry let it down very, very badly, if I may say
Hmm.
so. Very, very badly.
Yes.
In this entire 20 lakh crores, we
Package.
had no, the second largest employer in the country. Certainly, I mean, I have not seen, we are doing our best. I must tell you one thing, AEBC is striving crazily day and night, even today. Our office is working, our chairman is working 24/7, virtually the poor guy, and connecting with all over the world. You know, initially the buyers were not giving us payments and all. We connected with them, and then Smriti Irani ji made that video. We got her to shoot that video that evening,
Hmm.
and next day it was. I mean, that has helped a lot, because there is a certain fear of name and shame for the buyers also. I mean,
Okay.
what we are doing is we are not shaming a guy by his name, but what we are praising the other guy who was
Done
a,
good.
H&M is such a wonderful company they have done, but there are so many others who are useless or this, that. So, you know, thoda sharam bhi aata hai na?
Hmm.
A lot of companies which were not agreeing to pay because of all this have suddenly changed their minds, and they are
Okay.
agreeing to pay.
So the package has literally nothing for the garment sector.
Nothing. I mean, per se, in this package, the trade has received nothing.
We have been left on us like Atmanirbhar.
Yeah. That's what somebody said today, no? Stop paying taxes, let the government also become Atmanirbhar. Let them manage their own affairs. Don't pay your taxes.
Absolutely, sir. So when do
But
you?
I'll tell you one thing,
Yeah.
in all this, no, it's a very funny thing. I have been reading a lot, as I told you, and I read one couplet today by Gulzar Saab.
I
And
also.
I was, and you are one of those regular Gulzar type of girls. And I
I
was very impressed. I don't remember it off the a very short couplet. जिंदगी नाराज है हमसे थोड़ी ऐसे होता है पहले भी ऐसे हुआ है बहुत बार so बहुत बार तकलीफें आएंगी बहुत बार ये होएगा but life will go on so we will get out of it for sure. I mean, I'll tell you one thing regarding payment of salaries. Every exporter paid for the month of March.
I know.
Nobody paid. April also, if at all, people have paid a little less for April. I mean, say 50%. The other 50% has not been written off for the workers. But we've said most of them.
We'll try
I
to
mean,
pay.
there'll be a few in between who will not pay off. That now we can't force anybody. But generally, what I have been gathering, or you should also know, they're paying, and then balance. They're telling them, give us some time, we pay you the balance also. And all senior staff have taken a cut.
Very nice.
Voluntarily. I mean, they also realize, I mean, if there's no inflow, how am I going to feed you?
How do you think, sir, it is going to change the dynamics of our industry? Do you think something good will also come with the bad times?
Yeah. Like, for example, now with all these payments of a lot of people being held up, I mean, I was talking of myself and a few friends who I know who are in a happy space as far as this payments from buyers is concerned. But a lot of people who have been left high and dry also. Left high and dry. So I have got a very clear feeling that now people are not going to deal without letter of credit, or at least through bank documents. You know how we used to give 60 days credit, 90 days credit, all those are going to stop because the risks involved are too much. The stakes are too high.
Right.
I mean, one shipment, I know of a very dear colleague of mine who's one of the largest exporters in this gamut. The poor guy is 2 buyers, total amounting to $8 million is insolvency. So he'll get 10%.
Oh my God.
I mean, you can't take such hits.
Enough to destroy anyone.
I mean, a lot of people are hurting. It's not that. And we were
ask you personally for your company, just if you want to share the figures, that how much decrease in the orders or how much production capacity is idle? I mean, after the lockdown is over, because you still have orders, this orders are pending.
No, I had orders because I'll tell you one thing. We finished off what was left in our production lines, and those goods we will ship out.
Okay.
And as a standby, I'm doing. I have just about 65 tailors now.
Okay.
And out of my 3 units, I've only started 1. I'm not even starting the other 2. I mean, let me settle down and understand how and I don't have so much work. So I'm doing Reliance body suits and right now we'll wait. I mean, I didn't want to start everything in one shot. Now, after a week or 10 days, we'll open up the next visit because we have about totally 700 odd machines between the 3 units. So one by one, I'm going to start.
Okay.
So whoever was working anywhere, we put them here. Now, as we keep on getting people, slowly, we'll start opening up.
But sir, we need
I've got 75 people. Sorry?
Orders as well. We need orders as well to start factories.
See, I have started now sending masks, these ornamental masks to my buyers.
Okay.
So hopefully now with because I got an inquiry while the lockdown was at its peak about a month back from Iran. A friend of mine from Iran called up. Rajani, help us with masks, please. Can you supply us? So that time there was a ban. I said, boss, there's a ban in India.
Now some of the masks have been improved to export, right?
Yeah, now only the ornamental part, not the sports masks and not the medical masks.
Yeah. And sir, my last question would be, how do you think that the negativity which has been imposed on China with what happened in Wuhan and people saying that we would no longer wish to import from China or we do not wish to do business with China, do you think this will put some good business into India's pocket?
I'm sincerely hoping it should. I'm sincerely hoping it should. I cannot give you writing because by and large, public memory is very short. After 6 months, 1 year,
everybody buys.
The same Americans who are grumbling and grudging now, and when they'll get a mask from India for 15 or 20 rupees and they get for China at 3 rupees, they will still go back to China. I mean, let's be honest, these are not battles which trade can fight here. Because trade is basically commerce for everybody is rupees and buy. So if I don't make money just because I have animosity with that country because of coronavirus, I mean, all this rampage going on in the...
Do you think there's some value for the domestic brands now that India is at such situation? Do you think that the domestic industry will get some weightage?
At least they'll have the Indian captive market now, because now for a long time people are not going to buy
so much branded
foreign stuff. Yeah, and you must understand, we are talking of as an industry, so we are all sitting a little comfortable compared to others, but I mean, a guy who's even drawing 40,000-50,000 rupees a month, and now it's a paycheck cut, whatever he gets, say 10,000 rupees less or 5,000 rupees less. But that poor guy is now nobody is thinking of brands. I'll tell you one thing. Now I get a nice shirt. I'm going to wear it quietly and I'm going to work.
People are going to live a simple life.
No, I mean, people are going to save money now because this rainy day taught a lot of people a lot of lessons.
True.
Lot of lessons that.
Not about brand, it is just about wearing nice clothes.
Because now, if you're sitting at home for 2.5 months and no salary coming from anywhere,
Yeah.
okay, so if you don't have sizable reserves to go through this phase, and even if you have sizable reserve, you don't know. In Maharashtra, we can't see an end. I don't know. I think I'll be locked down till end of the year at the rate we are going.
Yes.
And if this way it goes on, how long will that somebody's reserve last if he doesn't get a pay packet from somewhere? So things are going to be very, very tough. Now it is only people are going to worry about health, their food, and basic clothing which is required, and go to work and make money. Finished once they start. And Indians are resilient guys. They will fight back and do it, but they should be allowed to do it. We actually have now changed our stance a bit because no point going on and on. We have filed, few private associations have filed a case against the government on this MHA order of payment of salaries for these months because they don't want to pay. So that is coming up for hearing in the next day or so.
Okay.
And we have a wish list, which honestly I don't have here just now.
Okay.
If you want, I can mail it to you.
Sure, sir.
We have worked out a wish list that we want the government to do for us to help us through this crisis. Give us some kind of incentive, give us some kind of hand-holding to take us through. Because you see, these loans and all which he's saying, any loan that you give me is a liability in my balance sheet.
Absolutely.
I have to pay it back.
It is so, not something that we are getting in charity, no?
So today you give me 2 crores of rupees, I feel very happy I've got 2 crores, but it adds on to my liability. One day it catches up.
True.
Okay, it'll help me release my cash flow a bit just now, but what am I doing? I'm paying interest to do that, which is not right now.
It is actually messy.
But we.
Okay, sir. Let's.
Thank you very much, dear. It was a pleasure talking to you as usual.